Hey everybody, this is J Rod Art here, and we're going to be doing a quick review part of my collection. This is not an unboxing because the boxes are already open and the thing is out. And today we're going to be looking at Marvel Captain America Civil War Black Widow. And we're starting off with the box here first. As you can see, the artwork on the front predominantly has Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow facing off with you. And of course the logo for Hot Toys, movie masterpieces, Black Widow number. And the really cool thing with the box, some people really don't notice about it, which Hot Toys does put an effort into doing, is you can see the logo for Iron Man, because she was on Team Iron Man. And you can see the, I'm thinking this has got to be either Corel Painter or watercolor kind of thing, but either which way. On the wraparound, pretty much on all the boxes from this particular series, you have the same fight but from different angles. So you have Iron Man up there, Division, Winter Soldier, Cap America, and all the way up there you have War Machine and Falcon. And on the other side, starting off the whole thing, you have Black Panther. And again, these are all the characters that are on these particular Hot Toys figure series. And you have the Iron Man logo on the side there, the United We Stand Together We Fall line, some of the back stuff there, and just her name there. So with that out of the way, let's go take a look and see what comes with this thing. So these are some of the accessories it comes with. You have 3 pairs of hands, relaxed and fist, and also holding positions to hold the batons right here, as well as the Black Widow's stinger batons she shows in the film. And the back, you can see you have the Black Widow's spider bite wristbands, which this particular one you have the blue painted on. It's not a painted plastic blue tinted one, which actually for me I think would have been kind of cool, but to show that these are in the on position. And you have like the batons there, and she also comes with ones in the off position too, by the way. So with all that there, let's take a look at the figure itself. So we're starting here off now with the base, which is designed here to be the title of the film, as well as you can see the Iron Man chest light. It's actually different. If it's a figure that was of Captain America, it would be the Captain America shield in the background. It comes with the faux metallic nameplate, Civil War logo, Black Widow name, and her logo right there. So please forgive the lighting, it's just what I can do at the moment. As we move up, we have the stand. It's a pretty typical one. And the boots itself, like I said, one piece of it's plastic with some cloth here, but the boots are pretty nicely done. Like I'm gonna get to a little later, the figure doesn't have a chance to really move too much. It's got the same kind of classic body design that Hot Toys uses, but with the clothing, especially the one-piece suit that she wears, it's very difficult to get a major movement around. And you see her with the guns here, have her in a relaxed but still ready to go pose. And you have the guns here that actually you can cock, which I think I should do here. Well, I'll do it later. Anyways, so as you move up, you have also the other, like I said before, the Black Widow's Bites wristbands, and these are in the off position. The belt that's there, I mean, like I said, the uniform that has changed a bit since the 3 previous ones. They've had 3 previous versions of Black Widow, and then we get to what I think is probably one of the better head sculpts that Hot Toys has done. You have it looks very good interpretation of Scarlett Johansson, as compared to the previous ones. Not saying the other ones were bad, but it was just a very interesting updated version. And personally, I got this particular one because I did like how the hair landed on her. The hair looks really good in this one. Like I said, the previous ones they've had so far has been Black Widow from Iron Man 2, Avengers, Winter Soldier, and of course, now this one. And they're probably going to do another version eventually soon once they have the next Avengers Infinity War out. So there'll probably be another version of it. I think that one he's going to be blonde in the film, if I'm, hopefully I got the information correct. But as you can see, the uniform is very nicely done here. You can definitely see the texture in the outfit. It's a mix of what it's like, you know, leather with what could even be like, you could call it like Kevlar for the film. And the back here. Now the one thing, you know, so you also on the back you can put the batons in a closed position, which is kind of odd. At least the design is, because these are supposed to turn into this, so you're not seeing the handle, which is kind of interesting. So you got that. The hair is always kind of tricky. That's the one thing I've always had a little bit of issue with. Hot Toys going to do with this like natural hair kind of done. I mean, not saying that you couldn't do it in a solid plastic piece, but I mean the hair does work. It also shimmers nicely with the lighting. But at the same time, it's kind of difficult to really maintain, because you do get a couple of strands that go out there. That might be something that's a lot of collectors might not like all too much. But overall, like I say, it's a beautifully done figure. Here, pull back, you can take a nice look at the whole thing, the way I have it posed up. Like I say, I change my poses for my figures at least once a month. You just need to have some variety. But again, on this particular figure, there's a very limited amount of movement you can do, and that's mostly due because of the outfit. So let's just take a quick look and see what we can actually do with it, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the figure here, the movement. So except because of the uniform, you can only go so far. You can't do that much action posing with it. So you can when you do it, you can actually hear the clothing stretching and pulling. So you don't want to do too much, especially considering the fact that these are expensive. So you don't want to go too crazy. So you have to just find ways to make it work. I mean, you can hold it. If you can take pictures with these, you can hold it for one position, and that should pretty much be it. So I mean, on some parts you can bend it. I mean, they said the bending on this thing is somewhat okay. And you can when you get it, you can definitely feel it. You can definitely feel the limitations on the figure. I mean, like I said, these are more, if you're like an avid collector, like I'm actually becoming more or less, these figures are there for show. Like I said, I change the poses as best I can once a month, and you go with it. It's more the look and accessories of it, which is really cool. So like I said, the gun here, you kind of see here, and we focus on that. Okay, so you have the gun there, and you can actually cock the gun, which is it's something you really aren't gonna showing off too much, but it's still kind of cool to have. Like I said, the amount of detail Hot Toys does is really, really cool. They've always, they're still developing, they're still doing new stuff with their things, and you never know what the figures of down the future are going to be. I mean, they're definitely updating their technique and what they look with what they're going to do with the new Wonder Woman figure, which I should be getting pretty soon, hopefully, and get that out. But again, like I said, the one thing I liked about it was the detail on the face. And so we can probably zoom in a little bit there. There we go. Like I said, the detail is really well done here. It's natural, not too bad. The hair, like I said, is always the big sticking point, at least with me. But like if once you get the look you want, try not to move it too much. Losing my voice here. But overall, it's for me, it's just a great piece of to my collection, which I'm slowly growing at a little bit at a time. And I mean, we saw the limitation on the arm. Like I said, the arm could pretty much go I'd say just about there. You don't want to go too crazy. And the same thing. So on the legs, I'm going to show you here. Just a little piece fell off there. I can catch that later. Like I said, this is probably as high as you'll be able to go. That's pretty much it. Plus also the fact you have the gun holsters here holding it back. The knees, of course, can bend a little bit more. Not much on the feet, too much. because of the fact of the boots being solid there in one piece. So I said this is going to be a pretty quick review of the figure. It's not too, like I said, not too, going to be too crazy here. But overall, as a piece I personally liked in my personal collection, I definitely love how this thing works. And the one cool thing I like about it is, again, it is just the sheer coolness factor of having a figure like these. Like I said, these are more for the heavy collector. If you're not going to be heavy collecting, like I said, this is an expensive hobby overall. But again, thanks for joining me, and hopefully the next one I'll be doing will be for Wonder Woman once I get that one in. And thanks for watching. Any questions? Feel free to ask. Bye.